What's poppin'? You know the vibes. It's your boy, Mr. J Hill. And I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Shout out to Michaela on the interview, too.
I'm in them stores, like, fuck yeah, what is the score? Shit up there, at least 4 more. I don't do one pair, got 3 fit.
All right, y'all. So we got one of my favorites, J Hill, jumping off the porch with us today. First and foremost, how are you feeling? How's everything? How's it going? How's life?
I feel amazing, man. Life is great. Even in the hard times, it's amazing. It used to be bad.
You say it used to be bad.
It used to be bad. It's like, even the hard times, it's like, it could be so much worse, and I have seen so much worse. So like, it's really amazing.
Have you ever went into depth in an interview of like the bad shit before the good shit?
All the time. Really?
Okay, let's talk about it. So, okay, first and foremost, for people who don't know, you're from Baltimore, but they probably know that though.
Of course.
They know that. Your accent's strong as hell though.
Of course they know that. Like, you know what's up.
So with you, like, I'm really curious to know like how you were as a kid and shit.
Why you want to know about that?
Cause I feel like you was bad.
I was super bad.
I'm already knowing. I feel like you were bad. Like
I was a Tasmanian devil, and I had the dreads and everything.
You had dreads?
Oh, what? I was insane.
I'm trying to picture you with dreads.
I went to like 6 different elementary schools. That's how bad I was.
6 different elementary.
6. I got put out of 5 different elementary schools.
What was it? Fighting?
Yeah. My mom was on drugs, and people used to tease me, and they thought they could like bully me.
Mhm. Damn. How was that though? Like dealing with your mom like that?
It was amazing.
No, I know. But like when it came to like you said, like people used to tease you, like when it came to stuff like that, like
it was great. Like so okay. And those moments it hurt, right? Because like I never wanted to be bad.
Yeah.
Like and to be real, I never wanted to be bad. It was really what my lifestyle chose. It chose me, if that makes sense. So like I didn't understand. I'm grown now. I didn't understand at that time how to control my emotions. I didn't understand how to like do the right thing, right? So like at that time, first it started off with me being pussy. If I had to be real, like I used to run from fights and shit. Like I was scary. Like my mom's old as shit. She was never with the. You know how some. I don't know if like y'all know about this nowadays, but like back in the day, parents used to fight with kids. My mom's old as shit, so she never did that shit.
Yeah.
God knows what's like she used to always say that. So I used to always fend for myself. So like I didn't want to fight until I learned how to fight. And then once I learned how to fight, you couldn't stop me.
Who taught you how to fight?
Nobody.
You just
I had to. Like it was just I had to.
Wow.
I can't make this up.
When would you say, at what age would you say you finally let go of that type of anger? Or you started maturing from that?
Probably like 26, 27.
26, 27.
Probably
when did you hit your breaking point?
No, probably 28.
28? When did you hit your breaking point?
When I got fired from, I got fired from this company called DTLR.
What's DTLR?
So DTLR is like a retail store.
Uh-huh.
But I used to do radio for them. They the guy Sean Caesar was a genius. So like it was a retail store, but they turned their marketing department into like radio. So they started like getting super big guests on the radio to do promotions for that music. So like it was genius because that would bring more clout into the store. So I had a freestyle platform called No Ghostwriter. So like they hired me, but me being me, I turned my shit up off of me. Like granted it was on a platform, but I worked so hard to turn something up that was mine, right? And I fought somebody like, and it's a friend to this day, but like, you know, a lot of times we don't separate street business from like real business.
Yeah.
So like me growing up, I used to fight a lot, right? So like, I'll never forget, we was in a club. He said he did something that I didn't agree with and I thought was like a gesture. And I reacted in a way that I would react in the streets, not understanding that it's not the streets, I was working. So I got fired, and from that day, it really taught me that I couldn't move like that no more. And you would have thought, because I was like Mr. at my university, like I graduated from Coppin. I crossed that Morgan State, but like I graduated from Coppin, and I understood that like I couldn't show up as, because I'm a Q as well, I couldn't show up as a Q as Mr. Coppin. I had to separate it. So I thought I understood, but it didn't really hit until I got fired from like one of my dream jobs.
Wow. So after that, like, how did you feel?
How did I feel? How do I feel?
How did you feel?
I still feel that way to this day. Like them niggas don't understand what they let go. To this day, I feel like that. I understand what I did to fuck it up, but I feel like, you know, I was able to apologize to the guy. We was able to mend that relationship. So if we was able to mend that relationship, I feel like the company could have mended that relationship. And they told me that it was going to be for a year, and it wasn't. So in my heart, I feel like they lied to me when you didn't have to lie to me. So in my heart, because I know I built that from the ground up, like still to this day, it got the most views of any DTLR interview or whatever to this day. Like I built that. That shit was hard work. And like I feel like when they did that, it hurt because the mature me understand that I have to take ownership for my actions. And as a man, you gotta, whatever you do, it comes with a certain reaction, right? Like every action has a counter reaction to it. Yeah. And I gotta own that. But like if I was being real, you feel me? I got this drink in me. So if I was being real, yeah, they fucked up. And to this day, I feel like them, every company I work for, every radio station I work for, they gotta see that they fucked up.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I know we was talking earlier, they might see it because the cameras was still rolling. We was talking about like just maturity. So maturity as a man, what does that look like for you?
Maturity.
As a man, yeah. What does that look like for you?
Nothing about what I do on the camera, nothing. It's about my family, it's about my friends, it's about my business partners, you feel me? Like it's about my character. That's what maturity is. And understanding that everything don't go your way. And when things don't go your way, you can't just react in an emotional state. That's what men do. Understand, like I can say, I can acknowledge that I fucked up, right? In the business side, and I gotta deal with what comes with the fuck up. Now, yeah, I can let that motivate me, right? But at the end of the day, I gotta own my fuck up. That's what men do.
Yeah.
That's what maturity is, right? You can't make an excuse for it. Maturity is keeping my word. Maturity is, you know, fighting temptation, fighting the demons. Because I got a lady at home, right? I might see a beautiful woman in the club, and I gotta say no to that, even if she biting. That's maturity. Maturity is not reacting off of everything that I want to react off. That's what maturity is. Maturity is taking care of my family. You feel me? Like when it's days that I know I can get lit and do what I want to do, but no, I got responsibilities at home. That's what maturity is for me. It ain't got nothing to do with this shit on camera, the work you see. It's about the shit you don't see. That's what maturity is.
If I could end the interview right there, I would, but
don't
damn,
do me dirty.
like
Don't do me
no,
like
but
that.
you hit it on the nail. And remember when I was telling you earlier how like I feel like everybody is so out of touch with reality. That's reality. Like not what you see on camera is taking care of home, taking care of your people. And I feel like we lost a lot of that.
Of course. Because that's not what's popular. Because it's a young man's sport, right? So I mean, let's be real. Young niggas out here doing what they want. And it looks good. I was young. I used to think that having multiple girls was fire. That was lit. Doing whatever I wanted to do, that was lit. But it's not about what you want to do. It's in the moments when you don't want to do something, you choose to do the right thing. That's what life is about. Because life is about choices. And if you make the wrong one, you can be 6 feet under or behind bars for a long time.
Yeah.
And when you can't take care of your family, come on, man. It's bigger about whatever you feel. It's bigger than however you feel. Fuck what you feel. Because if what you feel don't match what you want to be in life, come on. I ain't trying to be on here preaching. Like, come on, let's make it fun.
No,
I'm trying to be fun. Like, let's be fun.
But it's real shit though.
It is.
Like, it's not a lot of real shit going around, and that's why I'm telling you, like, it's real.
Real shit ain't appealing. think about it. Podcasts, all the podcasts you see is about relationship shit. It's about like men versus women, us turning on each other because that's what's entertaining.
Yeah.
You see love and hip hop, like that's what that's what keep your attention. The shit that's good for your ears ain't really appealing. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's not entertaining. Nobody want to sit here and listen to a nigga preach to you to death. They want to hear some shit. What's entertaining is what's thought provoking, right? So like you versus me, like, but that shit is poison.
Now, with your podcast, like you said, how what's trending now is like men versus women, like just whatever goes viral. For you, why do you feel that it's important to keep that substance going, especially having your own platform?
So let's not get it twisted, right? I can't go against the grain.
Yeah.
So I got to find a way to integrate it within the podcast. So I'm still gonna talk about what's trending, but in my way. So like we might talk about the women versus men thing, but in a different way.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like that shit is important because like I understand when I was young, what intrigued me, and I didn't know any better, right? So think about it. Like when I was young, I seen the host on BET. I didn't understand that the host not really getting money. It's the nigga that owned BET. I didn't understand that when I was young.
Damn, that's deep.
Right? When I was young, I didn't understand that like being a faithful man ain't the end all be all in a relationship. I thought at one point in time, I thought like being faithful was that's it. Like if I'm faithful, I'm that nigga. Don't say nothing else to me. But there's so much other things to being in a relationship. There's so many other things, but I didn't know that because coming up, we didn't see that. So like in my podcast, I think it's imperative to show that because I know that young kids are super impressionative. Like I can impress upon a young kid and they would believe whatever I say, or more importantly, to my guests say, because they somebody of substance. So whatever they say can impress a young kid, and like I want to be a good impression amongst my peers. I want to be the opposite of what I saw. I want to show you that like, yo, I need to be faithful, right? I need to like, it ain't about these hoes. It ain't about all these other bitches. It's about the one that I'm sleeping with. Because at the end of the day, if I'm doing the one that I'm sleeping with dirty, then how can my nigga next to me trust me? You feel me? Like that's what it's about. Like, I'm just being real, like, so.
Oh, okay. Damn. This shit is turning into a podcast. Like,
Let's talk.
But that's some crazy stuff because it's like, if you can't be loyal to your girl, how can you expect to be loyal to anything else?
For real, talk to me.
And people don't understand. And I don't think dudes, how do I say this? I think they underestimate when people are looking at like, okay, you're not faithful to your girl, you're not faithful to nobody.
Let's break it down. So think about it. Your girl was the closest person to you. Outside of your, like, I don't know about everybody else's life, but my girl is the closest person to me.
Right.
Unless you got a kid or something, right? Like, I got a kid, but like, unless you got a kid that you birthed and things like that. And honestly, when it comes to men, your girl is the closest person to you, your wife or whatever, right? If you can't be loyal to your girl through the bullshit, imagine if I hurt your feelings. You don't sleep with me every night. I'm just a friend that you met along the way. This is somebody you sleep with it's only a couple people that can really get on your nerves, that can really hit a piece of your heart. That's your mom's, probably your kid, and your woman. So if you can't be loyal to your woman through the pain, imagine if I make a mistake and hurt your feelings. You're
not gonna be loyal to me.
You ain't gonna be loyal to me. So I feel like, and I'm not gonna lie, my girl hate this. Like, because I'm not loyal to my woman for my woman. I love you, but I'm loyal to my woman for me.
Yeah.
It's about me, because that's the person I want to be. That's the man that I want to be. When people Google J Hill, when they look up J Hill, when they speak about J Hill, I want them to be like, yo, he's a man of his word. He's a man of great character. He's loyal to his woman. He's loyal to his family. I want them to look at me and say that.
Yeah.
That's about me. When I die, I only die with my name and my word, and I want that shit to be good. So it's like, sometimes it's hard to hear from my girl, because she wanted to be like, I do love you, but I love my girl, like, I'm loyal because she the best person she is. But I ain't loyal for you. I'm loyal for me.
You just loyal.
Facts. It just is what it is.
Exactly. Now, I do want you to take us.
How we get this deep? Can we have some fun?
No, this is some real shit though. Like, I feel like this shit is not, like, it's not talked about enough.
It's not entertaining. Niggas don't want to hear this shit.
No, but I promise you, when they see this shit, they gonna be like, damn, this nigga talk about being loyal to his girl.
What
like.
Kodak say? I hope so. I hope so.
Oh wait, we got Sevyn big kicking it in the back. So talk about y'all's dynamic real quick.
Man, I met Sevyn. So Sevyn went to Morgan. He younger than me. I met Sevyn in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But he was one of the few that like came on board and like was helping me with like the boards or anything. Like he like the Renaissance man. Like he is what I call myself. I'm the Renaissance man. Whatever I need done, I'm gonna do it. He came and just started doing it, and like I told him from day one, people think I'm like an asshole, but I'm the same with everybody. I told him like, I don't trust you until I trust you. Basically what I said. And he made me trust him. He literally showed up every time, did what I like, what was needed, put in the work, you feel me? And it was like, that's somebody that's loyal. Like, and like, why couldn't I have him sit up here with me? Why couldn't I trust him? Because my business is going to fund my family. It's going to help me help so many niggas out the hood. It's going to help me bring my city up. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And he was there doing what was needed. Same with MJ. Like when I first met him, you know what I'm saying? Like they really came and like they started putting in that work. I ain't had to ask him. I ain't had to, yo, Jay, what we got today? Who we got today? How can I, you feel me? Like some niggas that say what you need to do, they really was doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just different. Yeah. It's different. Like, so of course he gonna sit here. Like, and that's all of my team. Like niggas that's back home in Baltimore. I can shout out to Taz, fucking J-Dub, first nigga that showed me how to edit. Alex, my first producer. Like, it's so many people I would, man. JS1, Raven. It's so many people, and those people are the ones that I hold right here in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they helped me with this, and this is gonna be. It's crazy, bro, because I know
you know what?
I'm telling you, like, this shit gonna be crazy. Niggas like Jay always said it. Like,
no, it's already written for you. I know that though, because the first time I saw it, I was like, damn, I love his interview style. Like, it's very conversationalist, and I think those are the best interviews when like you can relate because you've been through some real shit.
For real. Like in real life.
And real recognize real. So it's like when you done been through some real shit, Nah,
for real though. Like in real life though. Like niggas say they done been through some shit. You see the come up stories and shit. Like, nah, I done seen my mom's overdose on like needles and shit. Like for real. Like for real. I done seen some shit. So it's like, but it's Baltimore. We all done seen some shit.
Like that's why you're an amazing interviewer, because you understand, you done been there. Now, I do want to talk to you about the journey of the J Hill Network. So let's talk about it.
I've been doing this shit since I got fired. I told you that. That was the spark of it.
It was a spark. Okay, do you feel like if you wouldn't have got fired, of course, you probably wouldn't have stepped out on faith and just did it yourself?
No, I think I would have always went. I probably, at any given stage, would have got fired. Because that was always my issue. So, like, let me give you some game with radio, right? They want you to be about radio. And the smart niggas, like the big dudes that's big in radio, they put just enough in radio for them to be satisfied so they can do their own thing. I never did that. I always put the work in for me. But at first I didn't understand that. So at first I was putting the work in for the companies. Because I thought that was about. But once I learned, well, no, I'm lying. I learned after I got fired. So after I got fired, my friend, my line brother, shout out to JB. This is what friendship do. This is what being a good person do. I never forget I got fired. I say, I want the same mics that they use at the radio station. The same mics that they use at Breakfast Club, all of the SM7Bs, that Shure mics and all that. He gave me $1,700. I bought my first interface, the one I still got to this day. My first 2 mics, I still got 2 of them to this day, but I got like 5 of them now, like 7 mics. My first XLR cords, he gave it to me. He was like, bro, take that. And ever since then, I knew the importance of me being independent and having my own, because if you don't have your own, again, it's about that. It's same about that nigga that cheat on his girl. If you hurt somebody's feelings, if you don't do what they want you to do, they can get rid of you in a snap. I never wanted to feel that ever again in my life. So I got my own mics, got my own shit, and I started my own shit. And guess what? I never hit 1 million views until I separated myself. The moment I separated myself is the moment I got 1 million views. And I would never feel that ever again, ever. I would never feel that. And I think, so it's like, I don't think it was, I probably would have always, I'm just that guy that's like going against the norms. That's just me. Like, I'm gonna go against it. You feel me? Like, I'm going against that because I don't understand it. And you ain't gonna explain to me why, because you know I'm gonna know too much. So fuck you. I'm going against it. That's just me.
But that's real. That's real though. Like,
Facts.
it's real.
Thanks.
It's real. So your first 1 million views, how did you feel about that?
Whew. Damn, it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
So my first 1 million views was, all right, so it's 2 different ones. So my first 1 million views came from a guy named YG Tech. YG Tech is out of his world. He a Baltimore rapper, but he's out of his world, right? So we that was like one of my first freestyles on the platform. But he was smart. He always been smart. He asked my camera guys for the footage. And my camera guys, we've been relatively new to this, gave him the footage. So he posted it, but he cut me out, so I was hurt. So it did 1 million, but it wasn't mine, it was his. You feel me? So it was like, I was hurt. I was in my feelings for real. But it put the platform on. But again, the platform was behind, it was in front of the company, so everybody was like, even still to this day, they it's hard to decipher which one is which. They say J Hill freestyle or DTLR radio freestyle or no Ghostwriter freestyle. It's hard to decipher because it was in the company. So it kind of like, it was bittersweet. But when I got it on my own, outside of the company, it felt great. But then they snatched the video down. Because it was Shorty, right? So Shorty is another artist that's out of this world. He had a song called Distractions. And he did the freestyle first though before he dropped the song. But when he signed with Warner, he dropped he made the freestyle a song, and they cut it off of YouTube because it's copyright infringement. But then like somebody from his camp got in contact with the label and they got it put it back up. And I was like, this is fire. Like that shit, it showed me that like I got something. It made me feel amazing. Like, you feel me? It was like, I really got something. It was really showing me that.
Okay, so what is your favorite interview that you did along your run? And I know that's kind of hard because you got some fire ones. Like the one that you did with Zonique is going absolutely nuts right now. I've been seeing that one all on TikTok too.
My favorite one? My favorite interview.
Or the one that hit you the most, the one that you really felt like deeply.
That I felt deeply? What'd you say? Me personally, I'm so Baltimore, like, I see YG Tech, Shorty, it's gonna be JessHilarous. Cause like.
That one went crazy. JessHilarous one, that one went so stupid.
She's so unapologetically her. And I feel like I wish everybody could be that, but I understand why they can't. So she was just her, and like we was able to connect, and she gave me my flowers. She was saying like, yo, between me and Charlamagne, she wouldn't be doing this, and like to be in that category next to Charlamagne, like it really showed people that somebody that's really on can recognize somebody that's still trying to get on. It felt good. The numbers did what it's supposed to did. I think that was, if not my favorite one, at least one of my favorite ones for sure.
Right.
Easy.
When would you say you started, I would say, when did you feel like everything started to really pay off, or are you still feeling like you still trying to get there?
Oh, I'm still trying to get there. For sure. It's crazy because my friends or people that's from the city, they probably look at me like, this nigga lit, he on. I'm still trying to get there. I'm not there until I can put away my jobs and do what I'm doing 100%. A lot of people don't even know that. They probably think I do my podcast full time. I do it full time.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you did your podcast full time too.
I do it full. Let's not get it fucked up.
Yeah.
I just got a couple full-time jobs, but I do it full time. But yeah, like until my podcast can support my family and my wants and my needs, then I can say I made it there. But I ain't there yet.
What do you feel like your purpose is with this? with the J Hill Network and the podcast. If you need to go deep, just feel.
You gotta stop that. You gotta relax. My purpose, bro.
Yeah.
I said we're supposed to have fun, bro. My purpose.
I'm sorry. I'm just a deep person. Like, it's.
With the network or me?
You, the network, what you want to do with your platform, how you feel it will really impact others that watch it, all of that.
So my purpose in life in general is to teach somebody else about God. Point blank, period. Is to get people to the promised land. You feel me? Like, all that other shit to be like, this shit is cool. But we gotta get back to where we came from. A lot of people don't know, like, we came from heaven. Do you feel me? Like, that's my purpose. But if I had to say about like on earth, you know what I'm saying? Like on earth, like, to be honest, it's about like having somebody not go through the same thing I went through. And to be real, having somebody not go through the same thing I went through, so it can be an easier slate to get to heaven, to be real. But really, like, it's like, I don't want people to go through the same thing I went through. You feel me? And I'm not trying to be political. I don't give a fuck.
Do you ever get to share these opinions though, like whenever you do interview, like?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not big enough yet. But when I get big, it's gonna be terrible for a couple people. I'm just letting you know. Because I'm one that don't hide my opinions, so just letting you know. I'm just not lit. I'm not lit enough yet.
Don't stop saying that. You are.
I'm a realist. No, I got some ways to go, but it's fine. It's okay. I'm good. I'm lit right now. I'm just not where I want to be to share them certain opinions that I need to share.
But back on your purpose,
For sure.
and even outside of that, because I'm right here with you. I understand.
You sure?
I swear to God,
Right.
I understand. I know exactly. Like, I could go into so much detail about that.
Yeah,
I
that's what it's about.
understand,
It's
yeah.
about getting back to the promised land. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
if you want to be real, our time on earth is really short.
it's so short. I don't think we understand how short our time is. And like, we talking right now, I could be. I don't want to speak that on myself, but.
Nah.
It's real. It's real. God have mercy on my soul, you know, like, but that's some real stuff. Like, and I feel like with you, and that is why I feel like your platform does what it does, is because I feel like God knows that it's a big purpose behind it. Like, it has nothing to do with you sitting in front of different artists, different celebrities, and chopping it up. Like, that is such the bare minimum.
These celebrities can go to hell, respectfully. I love them, but respectfully, it ain't about them. And that's why I be telling people your story is so important. Because guess what? If I could sacrifice myself to save 1 million, it might sound crazy, but why not?
Why do I feel the same way?
Think about it. Like, listen, celebrities have so much
way.
influence, and that's why it frustrates me so much. And I understand why, but it frustrates me so much for the people who don't want to share their story. Because if you can save a few people, right? If you can save more than one person, why not? It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us, and people can learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
I understand that media can flip things around and all that, but if somebody can learn from the mistakes you make, does that not make your life worth it? Come on. Like, I get we could be on camera, we can get all the kudos and the high fives and the praises. Don't praise me. I ain't do nothing. I literally didn't do nothing in this life. It's God that literally gave. I'm not trying to turn this to church. I swear to God. I'm not. Let's stop.
It's so.
We supposed to have fun, bro. Listen, I'm just saying that, like, that's why I never say I'm proud of nobody. Like, I don't say that. It's not for me to be proud.
Yeah.
God gave that to me. God gave that to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of people, to know me is to really understand me, but it's hard to understand me. You feel me? But like, it ain't about me. And I don't need to impress nobody.
So the Gemini Scorpio podcast, you did go viral with that. So let's talk about the controversial topics.
Which one?
Okay, so let's talk about the viral McDonald's debate on the Gemini Scorpio podcast.
So my co-host at the time, the girl Jazz, she was like, she had millions of stories or whatever, right? So this is just one of her stories. We was talking about prenuptials and shit, like, just basically like, you know, I don't know how we got here from prenups, but anyway, she was like, she was running late for a date. So she wasn't able to get her daughter some food. So she was like, yo, can you run me through McDonald's real quick? Because she want to make sure home is taken care of, right? So they get to McDonald's, he driving. She like, yo, get my daughter this and this. And I guess because she said, run me through McDonald's, she was going to pay. She like, that's for your daughter. And he let her pay. And from that day on, she knew that he was never going to fuck her because he let her pay for her daughter McDonald's. So, you know, people have multiple opinions, like a nigga should have paid, but a lot of people was like, that's your daughter, nigga, you should have paid. And it just, that was one of the first ones that went viral. That shit went crazy.
So, in your honest opinion,
why you trying to be funny?
No, I just want to know your perspective, like in that situation. Do you feel like some type of way, like how you said people were saying that the mom should have paid because that's your daughter, or
how do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like, shout out to King. I feel like I wish I had that much courage, I guess. Not courage, it's just, I feel like sometimes as men we operate in, I'm not trying to get deep, but it just is what it is. Sometimes we operate in insecurities. So especially on first dates, right?
Yeah.
I feel like men always try to impress upon a woman. And I feel like he did the right thing by not doing that because he was able to see her true character. Me, I wouldn't have did that. I'm being straight up. I would have paid for the McDonald's because like, it's just the first date, I'm going all out. I'm gonna keep you completely honest. Like I'm old school. Women not supposed to pay for nothing, but I know that shit get hard. But I ain't never gonna say this to her, but we should. We need to speak up. But me, I probably would never say it, but that breeds other things down the road. And I feel like the fact that he did speak up showed a lot about his character, in my opinion. But me, I probably wouldn't have spoke up. I'd be like, all right, bet. You get McDonald's, even still, it's not a lie, but I'm like, you get McDonald's, cool. I feel like he was able to set his boundaries, right? He going on a date with her, not your daughter. I don't know your daughter. This is about you and your daughter. You need to take care of your responsibilities. I'm just being honest. Me, I wouldn't have cared about none of that. I got you. Nigga, when I first met my girl, I bought her and her friends drinks. I should have never did that shit. Your friends can buy your own drinks, their own drinks. Fuck your friends. But I'm saying me because, again, I came from an old school background, so like, you know, men take care of everything. But that's just the dumbest shit ever, honestly, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah, it is. I know so. Fuck your friends. It's about me getting to know you. I don't need to buy your friends a drink to get to know you. I don't need to buy your daughter anything to get to know you. Nigga, fuck you.
Not to fuck the kids.
I was about to say that.
Fuck them kids.
They not my kids. They not my kids. I don't need to know your kids. I don't need to know your friends. And if you got a problem with that, so be it. Get the fuck on. I'm trying to get to know you. But I'm saying me, because I didn't know any better at one point in time. I did it, and I would have always done it. It just is what it is. For sure.
I have so much to say about that. But
well, what you feel? Say what you feel.
No, I'm not gonna say how I
say
feel.
it.
No.
It's too late. You should have never mentioned you guys.
I'll wait till you know.
Off camera?
No, I'll wait till we. You know, I come on your show and probably. Say
Okay.
it. You know.
Thanks. I'm waiting for it.
But okay, so your favorite artist interview that you didn't expect to do the numbers that it did.
Booka. Easy.
That shit went so crazy.
That shit went insane. I didn't even know who he was. I came to my interview, shout out to Creators 404 on Warren, right? I came to my studio to show somebody my space. Mm-hmm. My old, I don't want to say employee, but like business partner or like person that helped me, she was like, yo, she booked the Booka interview. I didn't know who this nigga was. I'm literally at my studio showing my space to somebody, to Warren, 404 Creators, because he was gonna help me out. She like, yo, we got a Booka interview today. I'm like, huh? Okay. So my space, by the grace of God, is down the street from my studio. So I went to change and I interviewed him, but because I didn't know too much, it made it a great interview because I really didn't know nothing. Yeah. So I'm really asking out of curiosity. And I guess other people had the same questions. That shit went crazy. Like, first couple days, like 100,000, 200,000. I'm like, what the fuck? So that was probably the one that went, well, I was not expecting.
Who do you feel you've interviewed that was misunderstood, and after you interviewed them, you got a whole new perspective of them?
Misunderstood?
Yeah, like probably one of your most misunderstood interviewees, I would say.
Misunderstood. I'm a Gemini, so it's hard to ask me that because like I'm misunderstood. So
Well, I know you did Lil Mo, and I love Lil Mo. You did Lil Mo, right?
yeah. Do I think she was misunderstood?
No, I don't think we can.
Or are you saying like the interview that I thought should have did numbers that didn't do numbers?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Lil Mo for sure. Derek Grace. Derek Grace, Lil Mo. It's a couple. It's a few actually. It's a lot.
I want you to dive into the art of interviewing though, because people think that if you have a good personality, that that's all it takes, and that has nothing to do with any of that. Like,
So it has. I think it has something to do with it.
it does, but at the same time, like
It's not the only thing.
a good personality, like, okay, because I've heard people literally say like, I think I could do interviews, like I have a good personality, but you have to understand the dynamic of people that we're interviewing.
Yeah.
Like, we're interviewing people that if you walk up to them and you have a good personality, they still looking at you like, what's up with you? Like, who are you?
So the art of being an interviewer, to being a good interviewer, in my opinion, it takes time, and that's where like I'm at right now. Like, to be honest, like it takes, like, you know, they say success is when opportunity meets preparation, right? And I feel like understanding that this is a process. That's hard for me to understand to this day. But to get to your question, I feel like it's like a dance. So you gotta understand that you gotta flow. Like, you can't just force it. And the best part for me is me being me. To be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. And me being me might not look like the most favorable interview at the time, but understanding that me being me and those differences of opinions is gonna get the view. Because think about it, if we agreeing on the same thing the whole interview, you might have fans that love it, it might be great, but it's more fans that's gonna have a different opinion than you. And then now you can choose, and now that brings more views to it, right? So I think like skill of an interview is so wide range, right? You gotta do research, but you gotta understand, Zonique, for example, right? OMG Girls. I knew she was a part of OMG Girls. The majority of people would never know that because they see the clip that I posted.
Yeah.
They think that I didn't do no research. But I knew she was a part of the interview. OMG Girls, I did fucking Beja interview before her, right? But I'm not explaining that in the caption. I'm not explaining that in the clip because I understand that people, if I explain it, then you understand. I don't want it to understand. I don't want it to make sense. I want you to choose a side. I want you to choose a side. That's gonna give me more views, right?
Yeah.
So the art of an interview is understanding how to make that dance, right? Like, I know you might not like a certain thing, so I'm gonna ask you a question about a certain thing to provoke your emotion. It's about emotion, because if you get emotion, I get emotion. Now we can. It's complicated. It takes work. It takes time, because think about it. If you just start an interview, most people want to make their interviewee feel comfortable. They want them to come back. They don't want to burn bridges, right? So in doing that, you become a yes man, and it's not really appealing to the mass. But when you can challenge an interview, like, right, if let's say I just did an interview with T.I. and we disagreed on a lot, but the fact that I was able to hold my own in that interview made the interview good.
Oh, you did just do an interview with T.I. You had a whole gang. Okay, talk about that, because you had a whole gang with you outside of T.I. that you did the interview with.
What you want to talk about T.I.?
Not about T.I., but just that whole experience for you.
What?
The podcast experience that you did. It was T.I.
What, PSC? Mm-hmm. They was just being old niggas. They was just,
I know what you mean. You don't even got to go
they
to
was just being
detail.
old niggas. They didn't agree with nothing I said, but the fact that I was able to hold my own, I think I gained a lot of respect from them, because like we was talking about a lot of things, and like they didn't agree with us. I don't think they agree with nothing I said, but the fact that I was able to hold my own. You feel me? I wasn't being a yes man. I was just saying, yeah, I understand what you said. When I understand something, I'm like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? I understand you're a legend, but bro, I don't. You want some bullshit? You saying some that shit dumb, but I think that's what makes a great interview.
Real, like it's real shit.
I think that's what makes a great interview, in my opinion.
And I think that's what makes you a great interviewer, because you're able to, you hear it out, but you also gonna be like, I don't like,
you want some bullshit right now.
that.
You said what? I mean, bro, you're a legend. I bow down, respect you all the time, but that ain't legendary statement. Like,
what does your proud moments look like with interviewing? I know you want this shit to be so fun.
No, it's fine.
I want to pick your brain.
But no, that right there, like, I think those are my proud moments because again, I remember being first starting off and not wanting to burn any bridges and not wanting to upset the interviewer, you know what I'm saying, or interviewee. I remember those moments. So to see like a Channing Crowder interview doing like 500,000, 600,000 views, because I think that interview was so good because I was able to challenge somebody I respected so much. Like the Pivot, I Am Athlete, this was a platform that I loved, I was a fan of. But the fact that I can put my fan aside and conduct business, that's my favorite part. The fact that I can be like, yo, how the fuck you allow I Am Athlete to drop? Granted, the Pivot is fire, but the fact that I can challenge that, that's my favorite part. The fact that I can go in and admire T.I., Dro, Country King, like I can admire these guys, but still be like, you want some bullshit. You feel me? Like, that's my most proudest moments because that came a long way. Like when you first start, the last thing you want to do is get on the interviewee bad side. The fact that I was able to matriculate or mature from just trying to sit down and being grateful for the sit down to conducting business and really giving you my opinion. I think to me showing up as me is my proudest moment, to be honest. What?
I love this so much.
Bro, I told you, people don't want to hear that though. They want to.
No, you think people don't want to hear it, but I promise you, like, we on the other side. Like, this deep. It's on the other side. You're on the other side.
Okay, I thought you was going to try to get me canceled and shit.
Why would I do that?
I'm with the smoke, though. Get me canceled. Because getting canceled is only going to boost the numbers. Every time niggas say they canceled, they get more views. Remember Fresh and Fit when they got canceled?
Okay, what's the opinion that you feel what's the perspective that you have that you feel like you're going to get canceled for?
I don't know. I give it all the time. I don't give a fuck. I give it all the time. Whatever. I don't care. I don't give no fucks about none of these people. Because it's going to go back to the deep shit. But, bro, God got me. Can't nobody do nothing to me, bro. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think, what y'all cancel. 50-50, it should be 50-50. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared of these niggas. I'm me. And that's the best part of where I am today, to be honest. Because it was a point where I had to dumb myself down so I can get paid. I had to dumb myself down for the company. Fuck these companies. Fuck every last one of them. I fucking hate them because they slept on me. And you niggas dumb. You niggas, what Drake say? Nigga, Drake said, nigga went and bought a house when he could have bought a verse. You niggas dumb as fuck. That's how I feel about me. You niggas could have had me on a W-2 paying me a salary. That was an easy come up. You fucked up. Y'all niggas lost. Fuck y'all niggas. And every niggas that missed the opportunity to get an interview with me, fuck you too, because you missed out, but I'm still gonna take it. It's cool. I'm still gonna take it because I understand the business. But I'm telling you, I have the conviction of God. I have the favor. What I'm trying to tell you, like when you got God's favor, you can't lose. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. I'm just trying to say, like, I don't give a fuck about these companies. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't give a fuck because what's meant for me is gonna happen. It's already written on the wall. It's literally already written. He has said it. It's already written. So like, I'm rambling right now, but anyway, I'm just like, I mean that. I can't everybody like, Jay, you wildin', you gotta chill. You gotta mend your relationships.
You don't gotta do shit.
Fuck them niggas. I don't gotta do shit. I own everything I got. And if you don't pick me up, it's a blessing for me because I get all that money for me, 100%. You feel me? And I can treat my people right because y'all ain't gonna treat them right. You know what the company's gonna do? What? And I stand for the creators, for the entrepreneurs out there. Bro, we good. Fuck with me. Come to Death Row.
Come to Death Row Records.
Fuck with a real one, you feel me? No cap.
Death Row Network.
Facts. I'm gonna do you right. I'm gonna be respectful to you. I'm gonna treat you with, you feel me? Like,
You're stupid.
Can you post this in the video?
Now, before we wrap up, do you have any advice for anyone who wants to start a podcast or just your younger audience who's watching you and want to, step into the media field?
Get started. It might sound cliche, but get started. Because if you don't get started, I can't give you no advice. The moment you get started, then I can critique you, then I can tell you what you shouldn't do, what you should do, what you should continue to do, what you should stop. But if you don't get started, we all got opinions, we all got ideas. It's just like asses, everybody got one. You feel me? So like, get started, and once you get started, then you learn. And honestly, another piece of advice is, if you feel it, do it. Because people gonna give you opinions. Niggas gave me a million opinions. Jay, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Now niggas like, damn, Jay, I can't believe you did that. I've been telling you niggas. This is real life. I can't make this up. My people at home will tell you, I was like the hothead, the nigga that don't listen, this nigga always problematic, because I had a vision. Niggas ain't share my vision, and they thought I should do something different than I had in my vision, and I wouldn't listen. Period. Cool. Y'all don't get it? It's cool. I remove myself. I go somewhere else. And the people that don't know me, I came here, and by the grace of God, not me, but by the grace of God, look at it. I've been here for almost 2 years. Not even 2 years yet. Look what I've done.
Pop it.
Imagine if I was here for 10 years. You niggas don't got you, boy. You niggas is lucky. But what I'm saying is, so if you got a vision, stick to your vision. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hurt. You're going to cry some nights. But what's that? This shit ain't nothing, man. We done seen worse times. What the fuck is not getting a 1,000 views? What is that? I don't know about y'all niggas. I seen hard times. What is not getting 1,000 views? What is not getting $1,000? Okay, cool. Get a job. Niggas say, what else? What else they should say from the city? They don't support what's the talent they support was popular. Get popular. Do what you gotta do to get the eyes. So what, like, and just do what you gotta do to get the eyes, and then show them who you are. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta put medicine in the candy so they can get cured. Put medicine in the candy. That's what I did. Cool. They don't fuck with me. They don't fuck with the talent. They fuck with popular. So I get the popular niggas on. I make sure it look good so the popular niggas can post it. You make sure your shit is right. Make sure the business is right. Make sure your shit is right. They post it, and you just infiltrate the fuck shit. Because this industry is a bunch of fuck shit. I'm infiltrating the fuck shit. I'm not one of you niggas. Not one of these niggas. I'm really a real nigga. Like, I'm really a stand-up man from the city, from Baltimore. I'm infiltrating all this fuck shit. I'm gonna show you the bullshit. And then I started to show you what I really want to show you. But yo, thank you, Michaela. Thank you.
Love ya.
Listen, off the porch, Dirty Girl Blasted. Thank you for the platform. Fuck with y'all. Hey, this shit is motivation, man. No cap. This shit is inspiration. Like, y'all niggas doing y'all thing. Everybody that's doing that thing on their own, I fuck with them.
And you doing your thing too.
You know the vibes.
I'm in them stores, like fuck yeah, what is the score? Shit up there, at least 4 more, I don't do one pair, got 350 on me, it ain't bus fare. I really